Hey, we're still talking about traveling. Hey, and welcome back to Supermom Knows Best. I'm Erin. In my last video, we talked about eating while on vacation or at a friend or family's house and how to help make those kiddos more comfortable in that new environment. Today, we're going to talk about sleeping when you're out of town. Oh, sleeping. As I've talked about in an earlier video, getting children to go to bed who are on the spectrum can be a terrible, awful experience. And because it is so terrible and so awful to get those kiddos to go to bed at home, you sure as heck do not want to leave your house to go to a hotel, a condo, or to a family member's house who can hear your kids scream bloody murder. I have had it happen more than once. The first time we really, truly tried to start traveling with our kids and we were in a hotel or on a cruise ship, my husband was scared to death that the kids were going to go postal and our neighbors next door were going to complain about us. Going to bed and falling asleep for my oldest has always been a nightmare. Always. Once he hit 18 months old and he stopped napping and started staying awake every moment of every day, all day long, it was murder to get him to agree to go to bed. I don't know if it was FOMO. I don't know if it was because he was uncomfortable. We have no idea because, of course, we were so lucky that the child didn't start talking until he was 3. So at 18 months, 2 years old, trying to figure out what the problem of why my kid was screaming so much that he threw up was beyond us. We had no idea. We were new parents. He was our first kid. My husband didn't act that way when he was little, and I didn't either. We didn't know why the kid just would not give it up and go to bed. So we were scared to death to leave our house. We never even got a babysitter or a family member to watch them when it came time to go to bed. We didn't want anyone to see how he behaved. We only did dates in the afternoons until we finally got him comfortable enough to start to go to bed on his own at the age of 6. So what do you do when you're out of town? What do you do when you're in a hotel room and there's a room next door and you're afraid your neighbors are going to be banging on your door? What do you do? Well, I have found I overpack. Let me explain. It's not so much me. It's not my fault because, you think, geez, she's a girl. She takes 14 suitcases. No. I tell my children to put whatever they need in the car that's going to help them go to sleep at night in the new environment. What is going to make you feel better to go to sleep? My oldest takes 2 pillows and at least 1, if not 2 blankets. His blankets that he picks out. It can't be any old pillows or blankets that I pick up and throw in the car. That won't work. It has to be the ones that he chooses. Fine. Whatever you got to do, man. Whatever you have to do. When he was younger, he usually had a stuffed animal in tow. But now that he's a big boy, he does not. He just needs his pillows and he needs his blankets. The little one, on the other hand, he requires a stuffed animal, a pillow, and a blanket. And then he prefers to be in the smallest space that he can find. If there is a couch, he will not want to pull out the couch. He wants to sleep on the couch like it is. He does not want the ability to spread out. He likes this confined space thing. I don't understand it, but that's him. If there's ever a situation to where somebody is sleeping on the couch or the floor, he's the first one to volunteer because he wants a tiny little mattress or a tiny little pad, or he wants his tiny space on the couch. Again, you do you, man. Just go to sleep. That's all I ask. During the school year, we are very lucky because our kids only require melatonin to go to sleep at night. Some children on the spectrum require prescribed sleeping aids, and that is quite all right. No judgment here. It's important to do whatever you need to do to help your child get a good night's sleep. But we've always been very lucky, and melatonin works just fine. Now, typically, Our policy is if it is not a school night, you don't have to take it. So that means any vacations during the school year or during summer break, they're not on it. They go to bed whenever they want. By now, they're old enough. Our rule is don't wake us up. I'm going to bed by 9 or 10 o'clock. You can stay up till 12 or 1, just be quiet. But when we are out of town, because they are around more people and because it's easier to get stimulated, I take some. I bring some melatonin with me just in case they have a hard time winding down from the day and they need just a little something to take the edge off to go to sleep. Now, they don't always, and a lot of times they're fine and they're good, but I do have it as an option. Now, when they were younger, they most definitely needed it. But now that they're older and they're teenagers, early teenagers, they really can handle the transition a lot better. So the other thing that I also make sure to bring to help relax at night is I've also got magnesium. Now, make sure if you want to go this route that you read up on what kind, because there are different levels, different kind of magnesium. And there is one to where it will help calm you. So that is another option. And of course, my favorite has always been ashwagandha. Years ago, a counselor told us about it, and it really does help kind of relax all those thoughts and worries of the day to help calm them and get ready for bed. So between those three, those are usually packed and ready to roll on any trip. But of course, you know my policy is always you do you and you find what works for you and your crew. This is just what works for us. Traveling can be hard. You're fearful that people won't always understand your situation, understand what you've got going on. And that's a very real fear, and it's a very real concern. But I'm here to tell you it's okay. You don't have to be afraid to leave your house. You just need to be prepared. You need to think ahead. You need to think things through. Don't be so quick to tell your kids no. Think about why they're asking or what their reaction is to something. It may be something easy that you can nip in the bud quickly and help take care of the situation to help make them more comfortable. They're in a new environment. Change is hard for them. If you help them first, then you will be able to relax. And I hope it helps. As we all get ready to brave the summer, any trips you may or may not have, I wish you well. I hope you have an excellent summer break. When this video airs, it'll be our last day of school. And so we will be full-blown ready for summer. So I hope you like what I had to say. Thank you for listening. Smash that like button, share, subscribe, help my little channel grow, and I'll see you next time.